Hello friends, I'm Saket Bansal, and in this video I'm introducing Scale Agile Framework to Agile practitioners. So I am assuming you know Agile well and you are just wondering what is this safe and Scale Agile Framework is all about. So let's start with our Agile planning. So when we study Agile planning, we talk about planning onions. We keep reading that, okay, there is a day planning, there is an iteration planning, there is a release level planning, and beyond that we have a product and portfolio level planning. And this kind of onion we keep referring in our study material. But most of the Agile teams just remain focusing on day and iteration, and some start focusing on release, but beyond that we don't even look at it. This onion looks simple, but in reality this onion is not like this. It is something like this big, where you have a portfolio which covers multiple products, and inside the products there are multiple releases, and inside those releases there are multiple teams which are doing iteration and day planning. In most of the big implementation we have scenario like this. When we have such a scenario, then the coordination, interdependency management among the teams becomes an important task. So we need to have a very proactive approach which helps us in managing the interdependencies. The another challenge which comes in such kind of environment is ensuring alignment from portfolio till team. So if I am approving, I am visualizing a business case, I expect that the same business case gets implemented by the development teams. So SAFe addresses these two dimensions of scalability. It gives us a structure where we can coordinate, manage the interdependencies among teams, and it also gives us an approach which helps us in developing an alignment from portfolio till team level. So how it does it? It divides these things into three layers. It talks about portfolio layer, program layer, and team layer. So at a portfolio level, we have large business initiatives. So these large business initiatives are called business epics. So they are big initiatives which requires some lightweight business case, which requires some level of approval before teams starts working on it. We want to look into the cost benefit of such kind of initiatives. So these business initiatives are stored at a portfolio backlog. These initiatives, once approved, when they get into the execution or implementation, gets divided into features. Feature is a very standard term, marketing, sales, everybody understands that, okay, we need these features. So features is like a splitting of epics into a manageable components which can be delivered by program increments or by the program team. So we have kind of a progressive elaboration of epics into features. And these features are further get elaborated in the form of user stories, which constitutes the team backlog. So we have three levels of backlog: portfolio backlog, which has business epics; we have program backlog, which has features; program backlog mapped to release management and product management, where we look into multiple teams; and then the team will be running a user story backlog, which is one instance of this particular section. Portfolio is managed by program portfolio management. So there is a group which is the top level governing and management authority, which ensures that it just only not approves the portfolio epics or a program, the business epics. It also looks into the execution. It also closes the loop. So it follows a Kanban system where we keep collecting this group keep getting new business initiative ideas. So there is a funnel. Then they get into reviews. So we keep WIP limits at all these stages. Then we do an analysis, and if this gets approved, it falls under a portfolio backlog. So this portfolio backlog has to be implemented via a program team via the second layer. And the implementation is done here, and finally it gets done. So there is a concept called value stream, which is also emphasized when we use SAFe. The management of portfolio is done on a value stream level. So these epics may impact multiple value streams. These epics, big requirements, get delivered via feature with a program team which is called Agile Release Train. So Agile Release Train is a term which is used for collection of development teams. So if we have 10 teams, we create them a one program team which is called Agile Release Train. It's a program team. And this train is maintained by release management group which ensures the dependency, interdependency gets managed, the prioritization is done well. So there is a product management group who takes control of prioritizing the features, and this group sits at middle layer. So after getting the prioritization of features from the program management, we have the bottom layer group, which is having all Scrum rules, product owners, Scrum masters, and team, and they would be having a user story backlog which is driven, which is a further elaboration of these features which are prioritized by a product management group which sits at program management level. At the team level, we do more or less the same Scrum, and we need to have a very good engineering practices and agile implementation at a team level so things can scale. If we don't have a good engineering practices, working in such a scale can create a big mess. So the SAFe does recommend a good engineering practices at a team level, and the team works on a common cadence of 2 weeks. So all the SAFe teams or a Scrum teams which are at the team level would be working on 2 weeks sprints. So they would be doing 2 weeks iterations. They would be having a common starting point and common ending point, and they work. So we create a release planning, or we can say a program increment planning, which may be done for 5 sprints in advance. So when I say 5 sprints in advance, it does not mean that I'm elaborating each and every user story which has to be done for 5 sprints, but I do give them an objective. So there will be a release planning meeting which would be happening at a program level, which gives us an objective for upcoming program increment. So program increment is something usually the default size is 5 sprints, which is for 10 weeks. So in a 10 weeks time, with the complete teams, what kind of program objective we want to achieve. So we drive those program objectives from here, and at a sprint level, we do the work on the basis of user story. So this product owner who sits at the team level, he remains in touch with the product management group who is at a release level. Product management group remains in contact with program portfolio management in order to get clarification, in order to get alignment. So with the help of such kind of structures, there are many roles, there are many ceremonies which comes in this particular framework. But my idea was to give an idea of Scale Agile Framework to an Agile practitioner where they can visualize it. Okay, this framework talks about 3 layers, and the objective is the program layers helps us in managing releases and product. The portfolio layers helps us in looking at a bigger vision, at a strategic business unit level, or in some cases at an organization level. It depends upon how complex your organization is. So you may have a portfolio vision which may be an organization, or usually it is for a strategic business unit level. And at the bottom layer, we still do the Scrum. We still execute 2 weeks sprint, and we integrate the work frequently. So this was a brief introduction of SAFe. We would be uploading some more videos which would be getting into the details of each of these layers. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching.